For over 3 years now, there's been this supreme obstacle that's been in the way. All this time, it's just been so there. Now let me show you what I mean, okay? I'm here out at the ocean, and there's this little spot here. Let me show you real quick. And it was a battle mount thing, you know. So you go inside this little cavern area, right? And you're in here, and it's like, okay, here you are, right? And here's the outside, right? And whoa, that's kind of cool. But it's like, well, how do I get out of this maze, right? How do I get out? And it should be you follow the maze until, you know, you find your way out. Unless in the process of doing all that, of going out that, what ends up happening instead? Well, you go into self-sabotage mode and you don't make it out. You make it so you can't get out. Self-sabotage mode. Like, why would you do that, right? Over and over again, the same level, right? So you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I've done all this stuff. I have all these ideas. I've got the knowledge to use these ideas, right? Whatever it may be, creating an online business, being a creator on YouTube, right? And so there you are. And you think, okay, I got all that, but for some reason, you keep hitting the same obstacle. And what happens? You don't make it. It's like you go down the level again, only to come back up and down again. It's like you have a governor of speed, right? Kind of like in Back to the Future, right? When they had to get to 88 miles per hour, but your speed governor makes it so you only get to 86.7. So frustrating. So what do you do? Right? So that's what's been happening for the last 3 years. And you know what? You know what has been keeping me there, I think? I finally figured it out. And it's something that I thought was a strength. Now, hear me out on this, okay? I'm gonna stop here a sec. This is one of my cool little favorite spots, right? These spots are just cool. Check this out. I love this. Anyway, the thing that I thought was a strength, right? Solo mode. I thought, I'm gonna do it, you know. I bought into that whole, you know, when I was younger, you had the Marlboro man who was there, and you know, all by himself in the campfire lighting a cigarette. The manly, you know, independent solo person that does it all, right? I can do it. And not only that, but you know, I'm kind of like an introvert. I'm looking for the people coming around. I'm an introvert, right? So I love my time alone because I can think and do things and stuff. And you know, I get into social situations, start reflecting on it, and, you know. Anyway, long story short, I thought this was a strength, but I've come to realize it's actually a weakness. Now check this out, okay? So here I am, okay? I'll show you. So here I am. Do to do. I'm walking along, and I can't get past. And then I realize all I need are some other people. That being alone, being the lone person, isn't actually a strength. Sometimes. Now there are times when being alone is great because you sit with yourself and you listen to that still voice, that lighthouse inside you that's always there, pointing the direction, but you've drowned it out with all kinds of noise, right? When you're able to sit in silence and be by yourself, then of course that helps you immensely. But there's a tipping point. When that becomes actually the reverse, right? So no longer are you listening and hearing that lighthouse, but you're hiding from the world. And well, in some cases not listening to maybe some of the things that actually pull out your full potential that you might not realize, right? It might take you longer to realize, but other people can point it out to you, right? So it's like the other people are the strength at the right time. And so instead of going on and thinking, okay, well, this is what I got to do. I got to do it myself, grind it out, blah, blah, blah. No. You're mixing in, you're weaving in on other people, and it makes it so much easier. Not only easier, But what if in fact they empower you so much greater than you would by yourself? Think about that. All right, so there's all these ideas, right? I have about leveling up and how we all get caught in loops. I have definitely been caught in a loop for over 3 years now. Caught in the same freaking loop, right? It's like breaking free. And I finally see how this method of co-creating with others actually is the one that reflects and levels up. Now, for me personally, I'll still go on to create videos because I believe the camera lens is a teacher, a guide, and there's so much that can come from that, both from sharing, but also just the process itself of creating, which I highly recommend. But my task now isn't just to create those videos, but to basically galvanize people to join me in a community dedicated to creating content that sets us free. And I believe we can all do it together, that we have different skill sets and different ideas and methods that when we focus, we can actually gain the freedom we so desire. And it comes not from being an individual, but from each of us coming together with each other and co-creating that future forward. So if that interests you, that resonates with you, or check out the link below and check out the group I've created. It's awesome. It's just starting, but I've got a lot of great content in there that'll really get you going with video, with resonating with your voice, kind of like deprogramming and getting back to your true voice. So check it out, and I'll see you soon.